Hello, farmer in the house. I hope you are all doing good. Welcome back to your favorite agricultural and agribusiness YouTube channel. And on today's episode, I've got a big masquerade in the house, one of my boss in the office. He will be talking about cluster farming and farmers cooperative and the importance and the benefit it can provide to farmers, especially in this economic trying period we have. So the voice you'll be hearing next will be that of him. So I hope you got so much value from his wealth of experience. So sit back and relax and watch this video today.
Okay, listeners, one of the most important things that we want to change in agricultural setting is to begin to think of agricultural production as a business. And because we think agriculture as a business, there are set down rules you must follow. Having to understand that first and foremost, your product must have the quality needed by your buyers. It must also have the quantity that is needed by your buyers. The quality has to do with the standard. And these standards are determined by the market in which your buyer will also sell its own product. Now, it's not always very easy in hard times for farmers to be able to aggregate or produce enough quantity as required by buyers. Therefore, sometimes buyers use aggregators to get their produce. Now, we'll talk about cooperatives. What cooperative can do for you so that you can be able to satisfy your customers' need. Cooperative is unity among people with common ideas that pledges to work together for a common purpose. Maybe you come together to produce a certain value chain that is in demand. When I mean that a value chain in demand does not mean that the market requires it. It means there's a specific market you have identified that requires that product. Therefore, you have to satisfy that specific market. In satisfying you need to bring up farmers who have like minds, who believe in the same thing, to produce together. For instance, the quantity required by the buyer is so large. Of course, when your customer requires a large quantity of produce from you, you might not be able to satisfy that produce. What you do is to get farmers of like mind for the purpose of that produce to be able to satisfy your market. When you come together as a group, you become a cooperative. But you're not legally a cooperative until you get registered. When you get registered, you are now bounded by the law to operate as a cooperative. Then there are so many things that will be accruing to you, so many advantages. Group dynamics. Group working together for one common purpose. There will be teamwork. Team working together to achieve a demand. For instance, when I say teamwork, if you come together, you're able to pull resources together. You're able to pull knowledge together. You're able to put agricultural services together to that very location you have. For instance, if you are working, say, for instance, on maize, there are two key things in maize. There are maize required by special industries. There are maize required by poultry industries. There are maize required for ordinary grain processors. For instance, the maize required by specialized industries like Nestle will be the type of maize that is free from aflatoxins. So, of course, aflatoxin maize are always very expensive because you need to put the aflasafe products in the field to be able to grow them. And of course, you follow the agronomic practices, good agricultural practice to get that. You may not be able to do it alone. You come out as a team. Okay, we are producing certain tons of aflatoxin, aflasafe maize for Denso Nigeria Limited. It is easy for you to come out together to buy the seeds, contribute money to buy the required seed. contribute money to buy agrochemicals, and it is easier for mechanization to come to you because you will be clustered in one place. Clustering is when you have farmers working on the same value chain in one area. It is done that way so that it will be easy that when you bring in a tractor, it will be easy for the tractor to work for you totally. It is easy also for banking financial services to give you loan, to give you support, because of course they are working with a group of people, and this group of, if it's a registered cooperative society, of course passing through laws, the banks always accept registered cooperative society. So the key thing there that I want to encourage you to do about cooperative is, one, you must identify the product and identify the buyers of the product so that you have what we call a channel demand. Produce to sell, not produce and sell. Produce and sell is when you produce, you wait for market. But produce to sell is directly, you have already talked to your buyers. As soon as you're producing, it's going directly to your buyers. For you to be able to achieve these things, you come as a cooperative, identify the product, identify the market, identify the services and service providers, whether it is input, whether it is gap, whether it is mechanization, packaging, processing and packaging, cleaning processes, to meet the standard required by your buyers before you can sell. These things you may not be able to achieve them alone unless if you are a large-scale farmer. And a large-scale farmer uses huge capital. And most of these large-scale farmers have targeted markets. So if you want to be like a large-scale farmer as a group, then of course you have to have a targeted market. When you have a targeted market, you'll be producing a product based on the international standard or market standard of that product. Then you have ready market. Thank you very much.